Verse 106. We do not abrogate a verse or cause it to be forgotten except that we bring forth better than it or similar to it. Do you not know that Allah is over all things competent? Abrogation. This verse refers to the concept of naskh, where Allah replaces or nullifies certain rulings or verses with others. Shia scholars emphasize that abrogation does not mean contradiction or imperfection in divine laws. Instead, it reflects Allah's wisdom in providing guidance suited to the changing needs of humanity. Examples include changes in rulings over time, such as the gradual prohibition of alcohol in Islam. Divine knowledge and wisdom. Allah's authority and knowledge are absolute, and His decisions always serve the greater good. Believers are reminded to trust His wisdom. Verse 107. Do you not know that to Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and you have not besides Allah any protector or helper? Allah's sovereignty. This verse reaffirms Allah's ultimate authority and control over all creation. This ayah emphasizes that reliance on anyone besides Allah is futile. Even angels, prophets, and imams are only intermediaries by Allah's command. Spiritual guidance. Believers are reminded to seek protection and help from Allah alone, acknowledging His absolute dominion. Verse 108. Or do you intend to ask your messenger as Moses was asked before? And whoever exchanges faith for disbelief has certainly strayed from the soundness of the way. Questioning the Prophet. This verse cautions Muslims against questioning the Prophet Muhammad excessively or with skepticism, similar to how the children of Israel questioned Prophet Musa. Scholars stress the importance of having trust in the Prophet and not demanding unnecessary miracles or proofs. Guidance from the Ahlul Bayt. The Ahlul Bayt teach that questioning rooted in genuine pursuit of knowledge is encouraged, but doubt and defiance lead to disbelief. Verse 109. Many of the people of the Scripture wish they could turn you back to disbelief after you have believed, out of envy from themselves after the truth has become clear to them. So pardon and overlook until Allah delivers His command. Indeed, Allah is over all things competent. Jealousy and rejection of truth. This verse describes how some of the people of the book were envious of the guidance given to Muslims and sought to lead them astray. Scholars interpret this as a warning to Muslims to remain steadfast in their faith despite external opposition. Patience and forbearance. The command to pardon and overlook highlights the importance of patience in the face of hostility. The Ahlul Bayt exemplified this principle, enduring immense trials while remaining steadfast in their mission. Verse 110. And establish prayer and give zakah, and whatever good you put forward for yourselves, you will find it with Allah. Indeed, Allah, of what you do, is seeing. Acts of worship. The command to establish prayer and give zakah underscores the central role of these acts in a believer's life. Scholars emphasize that these actions should be performed with sincerity, as they strengthen the bond between the individual and Allah and contribute to the welfare of society. Accountability. The verse reminds believers that every good deed will be rewarded. Allah's omniscience ensures that no act of goodness goes unnoticed. Verse 111. And they say, none will enter paradise except one who is a Jew or a Christian. That is their wishful thinking. Say, produce your proof, if you should be truthful. False claims of exclusivity. This verse critiques the claims of some Jews and Christians who believed that paradise was reserved exclusively for them. This verse emphasizes that righteousness, not identity, determines salvation. Proof-based faith. Islam values rationality and evidence. The Quran challenges baseless claims, encouraging believers to seek truth through knowledge and reflection. Verse 112. Yes, whoever submits his faith in Islam to Allah while being a doer of good will have his reward with his Lord. And no fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve. True submission. Salvation is linked to genuine submission to Allah's will, Islam, and righteous deeds. Shia scholars highlight that submission involves adhering to the Quran and the guidance of the Prophet and his Ahl Bayt. Freedom from fear and grief. Those who sincerely submit to Allah and act righteously will be free from the anxieties of this world and the hereafter. The Ahl Bayt often describe this verse as a promise of eternal peace for true believers. Key themes. 1. Divine authority. Trust in Allah's wisdom, especially in matters of abrogation and guidance. 2. Steadfastness in faith. Remain firm in belief despite opposition or envy from others. 3. Sincerity in worship. Acts like prayer and zakah should be performed with sincerity and awareness of accountability. 4. Salvation through submission. Righteousness and submission to Allah, not affiliation with a particular group, lead to salvation. 5. Patience and forgiveness. Believers should emulate the patience and mercy of the Prophet and the Ahl Bayt in dealing with hostility.